In a remote forest hermitage, surrounded by ancient trees and the soft hum of life, there lived a monk named Ananda. He was known for his sharp intellect and tireless dedication to meditation, but he harbored a secret struggle. His mind was a restless storm. Thoughts swirled endlessly, memories of his past as a merchant, doubts about his path, and fears of never attaining enlightenment. Though he sat in stillness each day, his inner world was a battlefield he could not quiet. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Ananda's teacher, the venerable Ajahn Panya, called him to the edge of a lotus pond. The old monk's eyes gleamed with knowing as he said, "Ananda, your mind is like this water, clear on the surface, but churned with mud beneath. Tomorrow, you will face the trial of the silent cliff. Prepare yourself." The silent cliff was a jagged outcrop high above the forest, a place of legend among the monks. It was said that those who sat there, exposed to the elements and the vastness of the sky, would confront the depths of their own minds. Many had tried and returned shaken, their resolve broken by the relentless whispers of their thoughts. At dawn, Ananda climbed the steep path to the cliff, his robes fluttering in the wind. He carried nothing but a small mat and a single day's ration of rice. As he settled onto the rocky ledge, the world stretched out before him, endless treetops, distant mountains, and a sky so wide it seemed to swallow him whole. He closed his eyes and began to meditate. Almost at once, the storm within him roared to life. His mind conjured images of his old life, the clink of coins, the laughter of friends, the comfort of a warm bed. Then came the doubts: you are not strong enough. You will fail like the others. Enlightenment is a dream for fools. The wind howled around him, tugging at his robes, and a cold rain began to fall, soaking him to the bone. His body ached, his stomach growled, and still, the thoughts pressed harder. Hours passed, and Ananda's resolve wavered. He clenched his fists, tempted to flee back to the hermitage. But then he remembered Ajahn Panya's words: "The mind is not your enemy, but a wild horse. Do not fight it, guide it." Ananda took a deep breath and shifted his approach. Instead of battling the thoughts, he watched them. He observed each one as it arose: anger, fear, longing, like clouds drifting across the sky. He did not cling to them or push them away, he simply let them pass. The rain grew heavier, the wind fiercer, but Ananda's focus deepened. His body shivered, yet his mind grew still. He saw the merchant he had been, the doubts he carried, and the fears that gnawed at him, not as chains, but as fleeting shadows. With each breath, the storm within began to settle, the mud sinking to reveal the clear water beneath. By nightfall, the rain ceased, and a full moon bathed the cliff in silver light. Ananda opened his eyes, his heart calm, his mind vast and unshaken. The thoughts had not vanished, but they no longer ruled him. He had found the strength not to silence his mind, but to master it. When he descended the next morning, Ajahn Panya waited by the pond. The old monk smiled as Ananda approached, his step steady and his gaze clear. "What did you find on the silent cliff?" Ajahn Panya asked. Ananda bowed and said, "The strength of mind is not in stopping the storm, but in sitting through it. It is the courage to see thoughts as they are, empty, and to rest in the stillness beyond them." Ajahn Panya nodded. "You have tasted true power, Ananda. The cliff did not test your body, but your spirit. Now, carry this strength into every moment." From then on, Ananda meditated not to escape his mind, but to meet it with unwavering clarity. And though the wild horse still stirred at times, he held the reins with a steady hand, his strength forged in the silence of the cliff.